Well, my first thought is that in TV and movies, we have this scene that has come up over time of like burning old things as a form of therapy. Like it's a way to cope with anger.
Yes.
You always see that scene where they're like, oh, let's like take all my old belongings or all my old pictures and burn it. And she's taken that concept, put it in a song that all this youth was listening to. And I just feel like to have that tool in your arsenal at that age, to deal with your angers in kind of a healthy way, like that's a therapy technique. And we kind of have that through this song. So like, do you feel like that really helped you get through things? And do you still think of that today?
I'm sure it did when I was that age. I had a lot of those, like, again, 14 years old, like, I thought they were situationships, and I am sure with my hindsight that the other entities were like completely unaware, but I was like, obviously this is incredible chemistry, and I'm 14 and I know this and I understand this, and then the other person would be like, I don't know who you are, and I'd be like, this is the most heartbreaking thing that I've ever experienced in my life. And I think it helped me get through some of those moments. I think, and this is like a lot of other things in life, but one of the things I do genuinely feel like Taylor Swift's music has done for me is like kind of helped me redirect a lot. And these kinds of moments of like anger and frustration, you see more and more songs of it that mature as she matured. But I think you still see that thread through there of like, I have the right to be angry when someone treats me poorly. And I think like that is not a message we got a lot. At least I didn't feel like I got a lot. And getting that message, I think, was really empowering. And to kind of pivot that anger and that frustration into something more productive of like, I can have this revenge fantasy. I can, quote unquote, burn something. But I don't have to actually do it. Like, I don't actually have to destroy relationships. I can just sit in that moment. I can feel that emotion. I have songs, I have art that can help me process it. And then I can move on and be more productive with it. And I think that that has probably been like the greater impact of it.
I'm just going back
and
to
other
Hamilton.
songs, not just this one, but
I'm going back to Hamilton and thinking that maybe Lin-Manuel Miranda was influenced by Picture to Burn when he wrote Burn. That brings a lot of joy. You are caught up in the fun feelings of a crush and romance, and thinking that that is the feelings of a crush and of liking someone like that, and being in your feelings is romance, is what being in love is, and it's not. But you don't know that.
It's almost like, it sounds kind of like gushing, like she's in gushing mode, like she's literally just like,
oh my God, the light imagery. I saw a light in you. Nobody shines the way you do. And I'm like, girl, do you know him? And that's how I feel. Like, I say that, I'm not hurt. Like, this is me. I'm like, you are perfect. You are an angel. You look like an angel. I want to kiss you in the rain. This is magic that I'm feeling. And you're like, Jody, you don't know this boy.
Isn't that like something that you would gush about to your girlfriends? Like at that phase, like when you're so obsessed with a guy, like you would never tell him, but these are like all the kinds of things that you would just like say to your girlfriends. But she directs a song to the guy. It's almost like as if she's like gushing about him, but like things that she wishes she could say.
She's been holding back these feelings. I've got some things to say to you, but I'm not convinced. There's nothing in here that says that she's actually saying it to him, because then you get to the bridge and it's like, they're dimming the street lights. You're perfect for me. Why aren't you here tonight? Like, so I'm waiting alone. Like, you're not here. So I don't think she's actually ever saying anything. And I think that's why this song resonated so much with me, because I actually did say something to a boy in high school right before we graduated, which is like the wrong time to say something to a boy you've been crushing on for a very long time. And so I think, to me, I'm like, oh, if I had this song when I was in high school, like, what would I have done or said? Or maybe not.
I think this is kind of a negative side to it, but I also feel like this is the song you sing that 4 months later, after you've gone on a few dates, you're taking back everything you said in the song. You're like, I was wrong. I made a mistake.
You can burn after you sing this song.
Yes, 100%. Yes. You're just all light and everything's great. Then you go on a few dates and you're like, you are terrible and I don't like this
I want
anymore.
to kiss you in the rain. I'm tossing rocks at your window, and then you're like, I am burning your picture.
Another picture to burn.
Your picture to burn.
I have one question for you.
Yes. Okay.
What happened with the guy you said something to right before you graduated high school? I have to know.
Nothing. Like, he was just like, I know. I think I said, like, I really like you. And he was like, I know. And he was doing so sweet. And he hugged me and he walked away.
I felt like it was capturing such a feeling. It was a romanticization of a first meeting. It was so beautifully done. And I think at that moment in time, I was connecting to those lyrics at a deeper level. Like, I was new in college. It was either my freshman or sophomore year when it came out. And she had created this amazing fairy tale world and love story, which was also the first time that I had heard of her. But she did it again in this song. Like, Enchanted is like almost echoing a lot of the magical kind of like fairy tale themes from that song. And it was almost like it was a vehicle for me to almost romanticize like kind of that journey to college in a way. Like, she's enchanted to meet you. She's very aware of how magical this moment is. It's very like, I am present in this moment and acutely aware of how perfect everything is. Like, that night was sparkling, never let it go. And I remember just like really feeling like it was capturing that moment for me in my life. And it was like a reminder to myself to just like pause, capture this, don't let it go. It's amazing. And
so for you, it resonated beyond just love, like a love at first sight.
I think that was kind of like the power of it. It wasn't just a love story, even though the song is about her meeting like a person. For me, it was like representing kind of like that time in my life. It was like, this night is sparkling. I think these were lyrics that would come up in my head all the time as I would have these moments in college. You know, you like go to your first football game or like you're going to your first formal or things like that. And I had this like lyric in my head of like, don't let it go.
Yeah.
You're here.
This night is flawless.
Yeah. And I think that is what made this song so special. It was the taking of an ordinary life and making it extraordinary. And I think there's a few elements that she does to do that. First of all, she did this in Love Story too, and I think I love that she does it here. But she compares her life to a story. There's lyrics like, "This was the very first page, not where the storyline ends." She turns time into a hyperbole. Like, I will spend forever wondering if you knew. Like, she uses these kind of like extreme words that take her out. It's not this week. It's not this month. It's like, I will spend eternity thinking about you. And then she uses really magical language like wonderstruck, enchanting, and
that
sparkly.
Also make great fragrance names.
Yes, actually.
Sorry, I had to.